Hello and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to this month's edition of Scrap 5. So Scrap 5 is where every month, the fourth Monday of the month, we come on here and share with you a Grab 5 type layout. Scrapping Amy, who's One Mommy Scrapping here on YouTube, and Becky, My Creative Life, and I were chit-chatting back and forth, and we were all talking about how much we enjoyed Grab 5 challenges and decided to make it a monthly series on YouTube. And now we have a whole lot of our lovely scrappy friends joining us. I will have all of the links below. And the fun thing about this is we were each allowed to choose one item that was not allowed to be part of the Scrap 5, the 5 items chosen. And then every month, a different one of us chooses the 5 items. So this month for January, Scrapping Amy chose the 5 items. And the one that gave me a little bit of trouble, at least to begin with, we had to use 5 or more pattern papers, border punches, washi, die cuts, and stamping. So other than the pattern paper, it wasn't too bad, but those 5 pattern papers really got me thinking. But in the end, I got 8. Amy, I have 8 pattern papers on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the background is 8. So I got 8 pattern papers on here. So the basis of this layout was from the Stash Bash layout, the Stash Bash Palooza that Christina put on for us on the 11th of January. And so I won't share the sort of actual layout or design because that was paid content, and I did modify it a little bit, but the basic part of it comes from there. And then, if you recall, not last Friday, but the Friday before, in my Freeze Friday, I was showing you some papers and things, including these, that I wanted to use on a layout. And with this, a couple of photos, one of which was my very disgruntled Chopin on one of the mornings when, yet again, I was going to work during my work marathon. Oh, if I had Scrappy Marathon for a month, wouldn't that be fun? Oh, my Lord. Oh, I digress. And I had so many comments saying, no, you have to use that photo. So there is my lovely, lovely boy looking rather disgruntled at me one morning when we were getting up so early yet again, and I was going to work, because I basically went to work for close to 25 days or so, with just really a couple of days here and there off in between. So he was somewhat, and I just love that photo. I really captured that look that morning, and I was just so pleased with that photo. So what I did here with some papers, I just used my 6x6 that I've been talking about in the Freeze Friday a lot, cut them down to 3 inches, or I think maybe 2.5, and arranged myself a nice little pattern with just a slight angle down the side. So you have a little bit of the white here and a little bit of the white here. And notice I didn't actually ink or outline my edges here, because the white background is really sort of taken up by a lot of the design, so I didn't feel as though it was quite as naked. Back to my white cardstock on just a piece of pattern paper that I had in my stash. I think this one is from Stampin' Up, one of their basic designer series pads that I had a few years ago. Arranged my papers down in this, as I say, this nice little angle, which left a perfect spot for the photo. And I did some layering here with, so wait a minute. Now, wait a minute. I'm just thinking about that. There's more pattern paper here. So I said 8, but look, 9, 10, 11. Amy, I want bonus points. I don't know what kind of bonus points, but I want bonus points. So that, I think, and they count as well. So I layered up the photo here, popped it up on some foam, and got my photo down. So then I started looking at what else we needed to use, and the next thing that came to mind was the border punch. So I dug this border punch out from, I think this is, yes, Martha Stewart border punch that I've had for a long time, and just punched out my border in 2 of the pattern papers and put them, this is sort of looking a little Christmassy, I guess, on this side, but it's not meant to. So just layered those down here, and you can see the white through it, and I thought it was just a lovely little detail and accent added to the side. And then I thought, well, all right, I'll do another little border here with some washi tape. And here's another PSA for you, my friends. Washi tape definitely has a use before date, a best before date. And if not, it just sticks to that roll and you can't get it off. This one still works perfectly, but I tried, I think maybe 6 or 7. And I talked about this a little bit more in Fridays, and just this past Friday's Freeze Friday. So get those washi tapes used. And I guess the other thing for me to know is really to only buy the washi tape that I know that I'm going to use. Maybe request 1 washi tape in a kit if I think I'm going to use it, but not accumulate too much washi tape. Anyway, so I got these little hearts out. It's sort of like a little bit like a cross stitch kind of pattern, which I thought was cute. And I just put that down the side because I do love my boy. Put that down the side. So I have my pattern paper, my border strip, my washi tape. Then I went into the stamping, and this I'm very happy about because I bought this stamp way back when it came out because my friend Sarah from Sarah Scraps had participated and done much of the design that went with this stamp, and I had bought it back then because I thought it was just so cute and also to support my friend. And I never used it. I absolutely never used it. And I think this must be maybe, Sarah, is this 2 years ago? So I got that stamp out and I got it on the page and I used it in a few places. I used sort of an avocado green, I think it's called moss green, ink here. And I used Chaos Coordinator in 3 different spots, sort of a little bit of a triangle here. And then I used 2 other ones. That's my boy and Double Trouble, because my boy is very charming, and he is, although he's 12 and a half, he really sometimes can be just that little boy teenager. I'm sorry if you can hear my coffee getting itself organized in the background. It's early in the morning here. And then lastly, die cuts. And then I just used a few little, and this lovely little cat, a flare from my bowl, a little puffy sticker here, and these little banners to give sort of just a little bit of a horizontal element to the design. And then I put these 2 little sort of reverse banners here with Chopin was none too pleased with all the hours I worked around Christmas. Too early, too many days. So there you go. That's my Scrap 5 for this month, for January. Join us again in February, where I believe it's Katie from Scrappy Sisters, which is choosing our 5 elements. If you would like to participate, use the hashtag Scrap5 on Instagram, tag us on Facebook, or link us to your videos. And don't forget to follow all my friends down below. Tell me, what's your relationship with washi tape? Do you use it a lot? Or are you like me and you now have a bowl full of rolls all stuck with the tape all stuck right on the roll? Talk to you soon. Thanks for being here. Bye.